Bismillahirrahmanirrahim. So we were discussing about the denial of service as I show you the ping command, that how the ping command works. So if there is a single ping, okay, so there is a single ping, or if there is a multiple pings, okay, from one computer, that kind of flood is named as a denial of service. Okay, in case of there are multiple pings, okay, from many computers, we call it is a distributed denial of service attack. Okay, so one computer is a master computer and another computer works as a zombies for the rest of the attack. So ping flood, so not receiving a ping packet is expected to generate a reply. Attacker could overload the victim, means 1,000 and millions of the pings will be flooded towards the victim. And there is a different from the ping of death, which is the malformatted ping packet that crashes the victim computer. Okay, ping of death is a vulnerability. It was discovered by one of my friends, Mr. Zubair, okay, in King Saud University, and and what he did, so he generated a lot of pings commands to the server, okay, and at the result of that one, the server got crashed. Okay, so that vulnerability was termed as a ping of death. Okay, another one is called Smurf Attack. Okay, using a ping packet, spoof address of a sender and node in the ping packet by setting it to the victim address. Yeah. So what we do, we spoof the address. For example, if some of my students sends emails to the dean on my behalf, and I don't know about that one, so it means that he spoofed my address. Okay, so when someone sends email on your behalf, that is called a Smurf attack. So spoof address of the sender and node in ping packet by setting it to the victim address. Broadcast ping packet to all nodes in the LAN. Okay. Broadcasting means when you send one message to all the computers, that's called broadcast. And multicast means when you send a message to a specific computers. For example, if you have 100 computers and you send the message to the 40 computers, that is called multicasting. If you have 100 computers and you send the message to the 100 computers all, that is called broadcasting. So it can be in a different scenario. Synchronous flood means uses the session-oriented connection of TCP protocol, for example, telnet. As I told you that there is a telnet is a utility is in the window, and I can show you that how it works at the interface of that one. If you go to the CMD command prompt, okay, and then you can click on the telnet. Now you can see over here the telnet, how the telnet works, okay, and then you can exit this one as well. For example, let's say that if you want to exit it, so you can either close this one and then you can again make it open. Now you can see it will be if you want the telnet utility, TELNET, and then press enter, you will be directed to the telnet. By this way you can connect. There is a connect command. You can connect to the different PCs. For example, if I want to connect to my own PC 127.0.0.0.1, okay, so it will connect, but I think we need the correct syntax for the connection. Okay, since it says that it's an invalid command, so it means that this command is being updated. So it means we need to see the command list for the telnet. Okay, by this way you need, what you have to do, you need a connect, okay, and then the IP address and the port number. For example, this one and the port number. For example, the port will be just like a, you don't need to write the port, but just for your understanding, I say the port, for example, like it will be like 23 is for telnet, 52 is for your FTP, okay, and 80 is for your TCP. So the various commands you can put over here, and you can connect to the remote computer. But if you connect to the remote computer, the computer is under your control. Whatever you want to do, you can do that one. So in the next video, I will show you that what are the different commands list for this for the telnet. Now if you see over here, now we come back to our topics. Okay, so the telnet, this is used in the synchronous flood. So session oriented connection, just like means TCP protocol. So telnet, it makes the connection of your computer with the remote computer using the telnet utility. Or telnet, so telnet is a window utility by which you can connect to the other computer, to the switch, to the router as well, by using the IP address and the port number. So this is one of the another one, denial of service attack. You can launch from here as well. DNS attack. DNS means domain name service. Okay, so poisoning DNS cache so that packets gets routed to the wrong host. Yeah, this is one another serious attack in which what you do. For example, this is the source computing. Okay, and this is your destination. Okay, so in what way to do, you poison the DNS, you make some changes in the domain name service. Okay, so the work of the domain name service is that it converts your IP address to your domain name server, and then from domain name to the IP address. For example, I say www.iau.edu.sa. This is the domain name, okay, for our university. What is the IP address? IP address will be is different. It usually changes if it is dynamic. So let's suppose the IP address for our university is 192.168.0.2. Okay, so the conversion of the DNS name to the IP address is the work of the DNS. Okay, as you have learned the DNS in the prerequisite of the course. So there is another vulnerabilities which is called poisoning the DNS cache, so that the packets gets routed to the wrong host. So if I change the IP address of the university from 192.162.0.2 to some other IP address like 192.162.0.5, let's suppose. Okay, so it means it cannot find the target website. It means it will redirect you to the wrong website. That is called the DNS attack. Here are some picture you can see over here. The first picture this is about the victim. You can see over here, victim is situated with the echo replies from the entire network. So this computer, he gets the replies from the attacker. Attacker sends the broadcast echo request to the network with the victim return address. Okay, and he sent to this one, and all the network hosts reply to the victim. So by this way, the victim is overloaded. That is the denial of service. Here in the wireless, you can see attackers flood RF spectrum, and this device becomes so busy and it cannot respond to the legitimate user or the legal user for the transmission. This one is more related to the sync flood. If you see, we have a source computer, we have a destination computer. Source computer will send one synchronization, and there is a synchronization plus acknowledgement, and from that acknowledgement there is a re-acknowledgement from the source. Now we see a distributed denial of service. You might have seen a very famous movie, that's the Troy. In the Troy movie, you have seen they have made some what we call it, a horse, okay, the dummy horse, big horse, for deceiving their enemy. So what they did, they put the soldier inside the horse. Okay, when the horse was entered into the palace of a king, okay, king of Troy. So the soldier inside the horse, they broke the horse, okay, the wooden horse basically, and army came out of the horse, and then they captured the kingdom of Troy. Similarly, the main concept, if you see over here, what is it? This horse is not a horse. This is called the Trojan horse. The Trojan horse, usually the attacker plants a Trojan horse in the zombies. Okay, this Trojan horse is sent to the different computers. For example, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, and 7. Okay, and now the attacker is not alone. Okay, he has summoned this computer along with this one, and then he attacks this victim computer. Let's suppose this is the computer of your teacher. Okay, and this is, for example, some naughty students. Okay, this naughty students combines with other class fellows. Okay, so the one naughty students makes the other zombies. For example, this is student 1, student 2, student 3, student 4, 5, 6, and 7. So this is the what you call it, mastermind student, okay, and while these students are their slaves here, okay. So by the help of this 7 plus 1 computer, they launch attack on this one victim, and the zombie attacks victim simultaneously on on command. They can send some ping commands, or they can some any commands to make the victim busy. By this way, we term this kind of attack as a denial of service. It's a variant of DOS attack, may use hundred or thousand of zombies computers in a botnet to flood a device with a request. It employs multiplicative effects of attack. So it means that you can hire thousands of computers for yourself by the Trojan Horse. Trojan Horse is kind of a software. Okay. Attackers does two things. The attacker uses a convenient attack such as exploiting a buffer overflow attack, buffer overflow vulnerabilities, or tricking the victim to open and install the unknown code from the email attachment to plant a Trojan horse on the target machine. So what they can do, the student can send an email to the teacher that it's assignment, but all that assignment is not assignment when he or she downloads this one assignment. So along with the assignment, the Trojan horse get also downloaded. When this get downloaded, it opened the doors for all other zombies. Send a signal to all the zombies to launch the attack. Okay, what are the different controls we can have against all these vulnerabilities? If you see, we need a good design and a good implementation. We need good use of control against the security flaws demonstration earlier, program control, OS control. We need architecture segmentation like OS. It limits the potential of a harm. And then we need the redundancy, avoid single point of failure. For example, we need the backups in case our website or our data has been hacked or corrupted. We must have a backup, redundant backup. Allowing a function to be performed on more than one node to avoid putting all eggs in a basket. So it means that we should not put all our resources in one basket. Our data should be scattered. Our data should be protected in a different backups. Here you can see over here our data is some of the data is in the inventory order, some of the data is near the application, the web server is different, and there is a firewall. Okay, so inside the firewall this is a secure area, outside the firewall this is the insecure area. We have a network control like access control. We need access control that who should be allowed into the secure area and who should not be allowed in it. For that one we need ACLs or routers. ACL means access control list. Okay, the routers has some small operating system. Inside the operating system, it can allow and disallow some of the traffic. So all traffic to organization typically goes through a single or a few routers. In case of flooding attack, define router ACL that drops packet with a particular source or destination address. You can block some of the packets coming from certain people or certain devices. ACL can be complicated for high traffic routers. Yes, sometimes we allow some of the traffic, but still we get the malicious traffic. Difficult to gather log for the forensic analysis because of heavy traffic. Source addresses for packets in the flood are typically spoofed and dynamic. Source can be easily spoofed as well. Okay, spoofed, not spoofed as well. And then what is the forensic analysis? Forensic means it is just like to test any criminal activities. Honeypots means like it is the dummy computers kept for attackers to trap them. For example, it is honeypots are insecure deliberately, means you make some of the computers deliberately insecure so that attackers could hack it, and then you can know that how they hack it. Okay, so it is just a disguise for the enemies or for the hackers. Computer system opens to the attacker's unprotected computer. Watch what attackers do, means you monitor the attackers. Okay, the attackers come and they do all the activities and you record their activities. Help identify and stop attackers and mislead the attacker as well, not to attack the real server but just the dummy server. Next we will go to the network security controls in more detail in our next video, so stay tuned with us.